Hello, Magic people. Solomon AD here. I just had another unique experience. As some of you may know, I had summoned the Mayan devil Cizin on Halloween night with two of my friends. Very, very talented psychics slash witches. They're very talented. We all were like basically feeling the same kind of things that Cizin was trying to tell us and what he was trying to do. He was a guy that really wanted to like make deals and bargains with people. Very Mephisto of him, or very Mephistopheles-like trickster, mercurial component to him. But that's to be expected. If you read the mythology of the hero twins in Xibalba, you will find that, a form of making deals is always there with him. So what is funny is that I was at their liquor store today, and actually I discovered this beer last week when I was not in town. And it's a picture of the Aztec death god, not Tezcatlipoca. It's the other one that is essentially the husband of the consciousness where Santa Muerte comes from. Name escapes me. It's the one that starts with an M, and it's a mouthful. The one where he has his arms crossed. He has like a cylinder type head. But he corresponds very well with Cizin. The history of the hieroglyphs, I do have some resources, some actual academic resources. I know not a lot of occultists are actually interested in that, so I'm not going to like post a link or anything. If anybody really wants to know, like, I'll just message it to you. But the lineage of the hieroglyphs show a direct evolution of the entity known as Cizin, Kaizen, Apuchapuach, Yumshimil. Those are his various names in the Mayan pantheon to become that Aztec god. So it's very much the same, slightly different fashioned deity, but just because it does have a different name. But it is essentially the same consciousness. So the thing is that Cizin, outside of other workings, just what happened tonight, this is very interesting. So on this beer, there he is, it's called Rogue Dead Guy Ale. Search it, you'll find it. It's like 7% alcohol too, so that's pretty good. For American standards, it's pretty good. So, Dead Guy Ale, I grabbed the beer because I was just like, first of all, the can looks awesome with him on it, but it was just like, I was debating whether I should get it or not, because like, I'm not trying to get completely turnt tonight, but I got it, and it's like, if I have any leftovers, just save it. And I felt like he was trying to tell me something when I was trying to buy it, but I didn't pay too much attention to it because all this stuff with Grimory is going on right now. I take it to the counter, and I look at the cover one more time, the image on the can, and then it's like he was saying something right there, and I look over my shoulder, and there's this man who is he's clearly probably of Mexican descent. And he has indito features. He has indigenous features, like many poor people in Mexico. And the thing is that he only has one arm. The stub from where his other arm used to be, I don't know what happened to him, but that happens to a lot of carpenters too. My abuelo was a carpenter, and he lost his fingers. So a lot of these guys that come from across the border, they do that kind of manual labor. And I saw him, and it touched me very deeply. And so I bought the beer. I bought whatever. And on my way out, I give the guy $20. And I did that in the name of Cizin. I felt like Cizin was telling me to do that. I felt like Cizin was, because Cizin rules everything about him, right? He's described as like a decomposing skeleton, smoking a cigar with a necklace made of eyeballs, and he has a lot of murderous intent, but he himself is a wounded creature that is constantly breaking down. He rules essentially physical, he rules the people, the paraplegics. He rules people that have had amputations. He rules the sick. He rules the physically what am I looking for? People that are physically injured in a permanent way. And I felt like I was looking out for one of his people when I did that. And maybe I bring the blessings of Cizin a little bit closer to that person. Now, obviously, it's like, this kind of weird, because it's like, what is a devil, telling you to give alms to the poor for, right? Well, so like a lot of demonolators would say that a lot of demons are actually very compassionate. I think the moral of this, of that, is just like, we don't know everything. We don't know everything about their intent. But I truly felt a merciful giving of alms to the poor in the name of Cizin. And Cizin, I believe, smiles upon me for that. And I just wish, I just hope that my little donation could ease the suffering of this individual. And I do pray that the Mayan devil look after him and lead him to happiness. Because even though Cizin is a devil, and he leads you down Xibalba, which is similar to the Qliphoth, or Qliphothic workings, right? Like where you go down these tunnels of shadow work to come to revelations. While he does do that, he can also he's a powerful god. He can grant wealth, he can grant happiness, he can grant romance, he can do all that stuff. It's just how he does it is different. Nobody's an expert on him yet. I'm not an expert on him yet by any means. I think I'm maybe the only magician out there that's actually trying to break ground with this entity. But it's a very personal crusade of mine, because he is a Mayan god, and the Mayan gods are my ancestors. But yes, these are the works of Cizin. May that serve you well.